We're going to show you today a few items that's available out there that can be really helpful for eating if you're having any difficulties. So next, we will talk about cutlery. Standard cutlery tends to come quite flat and small, quite narrow to grip. And if you're having difficulty gripping tightly enough to control your fork, then you may want to try something a little thicker and contoured. So this can be really kind on your hand when you're navigating your food on the plate. You can position your fingers nicely, you can grip onto quite nicely because of the contour. And they come with different colours. So someone with dementia or visual impairment or any cognitive impairment that are finding difficult to pick up and also to find the utensil, this might be a little bit easier. There are other options on the market. For example, a much thicker grip. So this is a lot kinder on the fingers. You don't have to grip as tightly and as narrow, and you can still have really good control. They are a little bit lighter, however, they still have some weight to them. So another option could be a foam handle, as this is much lighter, but you still have a thicker grip to hold on to. Not everyone likes the foam material, so you might want to try a smoother plastic like we have over here. We've got this lightweight again, but a nice smooth plastic. Now you might be thinking, oh, that one's broken, but no, there's a reason for it. This one is a molded bent fork for your left hand so that you can navigate your foods towards your mouth if you're having difficulties with your wrist or your elbow. They come as a spoon as well. So these come with a left and right option, and depending on the hand you eat with, you want to be able to navigate your food correctly. If that's quite tricky for you to identify which one you need, you can get bendable versions. These ones you can position in the bend that you require. And if you are someone who's experiencing tremors when you're eating or assisting, helping someone who can't control their mouth in regards to their clothes, their bite, then you could try a silicone-covered spoon. This is medical grade as well, so you can be sure it's safe to use for eating. Alternatively, you could try as well a smaller plastic cutlery, especially for someone you might be helping with eating. If they can't open their mouth wide enough. This is a lot smaller in surface, so you can ensure that food is navigating to their mouth quite nicely, and it's quite soft and it's light. Next, we're going to also demonstrate our rocker knife. So commonly people have difficulty controlling cutting with their knife because of the strength that's required for it. So a rocker knife might feel strange at first because you hold it in a strange way, but all that you're then required to do is just press against your food and rock back and forth, and then you can slice your food. So this is quite a nice option to try if you're having difficulty cutting. Lastly, to show you if you are having difficulty gripping at all, and none of the options we've shown so far has been helpful, then you could try a palm grip, and these are adjustable. So you can position into your palm. Ensure you find the opening first before you do so. And then you can actually use standard cutlery in these, so that you can eat. And that would be for someone who would have difficulty gripping at all. They also come with a slight thicker grip if you do feel you need that contact with it. But as you can see, it's a lot smoother on the inside of the palm, so you could still, if you've got some range of movement here, you can hold on to it. It feels a bit more secure. And then again, position your standard cutlery. So have a look at what's out there. There's a lot of options, either for yourself or the person you're looking after. The main important thing is to be as independent as possible for as long as possible.